Question number 6, Mercedes Vialba.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And I would also like to add my condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of Christina McKelvey at this tragic time. To ask the First Minister what action the Scottish Government is taking to prevent instances of water scarcity in 2025.
First Minister.
President Officer, climate change is driving more extreme weather conditions in Scotland, and this month the Scottish Environment Protection Agency reported that Scotland has had a drier than average winter. Scotland's National Water Scarcity Plan sets out how water resources will be managed during periods of prolonged dry weather. As part of that plan, the Scottish Government, SEPA and Scottish Water have established rigorous processes to monitor the situation and support those affected. Summer is normally a crucial time of the year for water demand and potentially for water shortage. It's important water users and abstractors are aware of the risk of water scarcity so that we can all help to reduce pressure on the water environment. From May, SEPA will provide weekly water scarcity reports to update key sectors and stakeholders on the position. And I thank Mercedes Vialba for her kind remarks about Christina McKelvey.
Mercedes Vialba.
Thank you. I thank the First Minister for that response, because any commitment from the Scottish Government for improved resilience to our water system is welcome, because upgrading our water infrastructure is going to be crucial to prevent water scarcity and also flash flooding and wildfires. But according to the outgoing Chief Executive of Scottish Water, it's only investing 40% of what's required to upgrade our water infrastructure, while at the same time we're seeing it become increasingly reliant on outsourcing services, maintenance and upgrades to private interests. So can I ask the First Minister whether he agrees that the people of Scotland deserve public services that reinvest profits in-house rather than outsourcing and privatising public goods by the back door? Does he support that principle?
First Minister.
I very much support the principle of water being owned in the public sector and managed in the interest of the public sector, which is exactly what Scottish Water does. And of course that's different from the water management systems, certainly in England, which are privatised and which are of poorer quality, less resilience and more expensive and not operating as firmly in the public interest as Scottish Water. So the model that Mercedes Vialba talks about is the model which I believe is in place in Scotland. There's obviously Scottish Water will procure external construction support to enhance water infrastructure, which I think we would all accept is necessary to ensure value for money for the public purse. But Scottish Water invested over £1 billion in 2023-24 and plans to invest a total of £6 billion across the current regulatory period between 21 to 27. And I can't overstate the importance of this, given the fact that we are experiencing. You answered a question last week about wildfires in March in Scotland. I just leave that sentence for Parliament to think about. Wildfires in Scotland in March. It should be significantly wetter than that in Scotland these days to cope with such circumstances. But that's an illustration of the challenges that we're facing. But I very much endorse the approach that's set out by Mercedes